Welcome to the Hardcore Closer Podcast. I'm Ryan Stewman, founder of HardcoreCloser.com, and this podcast is all about helping you, the salesperson, close more sales. And look, whether you're selling cars, homes, financial services, consulting, whatever it is that you sell, this podcast is dedicated to help you generate higher quality leads, increase your closing ratios, and show you how to charge premium fees for the items you sell so you can get paid what you're worth. What's up, Closer Nation? Welcome to episode number 107 of the Hardcore Closer Podcast, and I am so glad you are here. If it's your first time, be sure to check out all the previous episodes. There's obviously at least 107. And each and every episode, I'm going to ask you to do me the favor of leaving me a review on iTunes. Not because I need the review on iTunes, but I need the review on iTunes. Here's why. I have a goal of reaching 300 million salespeople and changing their minds so I can change their life. And every review that you leave me on iTunes gets me closer to the top. Right now, we're in the top 5 under our category in iTunes. First of all, that's like, thank you for those of you that are action takers and not lazy kangaroo freeloaders. I appreciate that. But listen, it's more important that when someone goes into iTunes and it suggests them podcasts to check out and they see who the top podcasts are, we want them to see us, because much like if you're a regular listener and this changes your life, I want to be able to change the lives of others. And I think you owe it to members of the sales community to give back in the form of a review so more people can find the show and enjoy it just like you do. Let me give you tongue-tied today. Let me give you an example here. It says, not what I expected, it's better. 5-star review from Mommy Love 84. Now, first of all, I can already tell, I haven't read this yet, but I can already tell that Mommy Love 84 probably thought hardcore. She might, she's probably like, oh man, what is this going to be about? I'm just going to let my amygdala run things and check this out. It says right here, it says, I've seen this guy's ads on Facebook a while back. Thought he seemed a little gimmicky. I knew this was coming. I can admit I was wrong. I love his energy. Plus, he has great current day content that's relevant to all salespeople. I can really relate to Ryan. So if you're on the fence, I encourage you to check it out. That's awesome, right? And I can see that. Like someone with Mommy Love 84, and I'm the hardcore closer, right? It's usually not the best matchup, but that's awesome. So we're affecting people. Why? Because she's seeing our ads. If she would have said, I read a review on iTunes, or this showed up at the top of iTunes, I'd be like, we've done our job, ladies and gentlemen. We can all go home now. However, that's not the case. I need you to get in there and listen. Whatever you sell, I will read pitch me. I might even buy your stuff. Ask Jared Cole. Ask countless other people on here that I have bought their stuff because they pitch me in a review. It's not about reviewing my show. The review is awesome, but it's also about getting the word out on your stuff. So here's the thing I want to talk to you today about. Little quick ad section here is our closer cards. First of all, these things are flying off the proverbial shelf. They're shipped from I guess they're sitting on a shelf at the place that they're shipped, or maybe inside a box. Fuck, I don't know. But anyway, these closer cards are in demand. Right now we're selling 80 to 100 every single day. People are taking pictures. People are asking what they should put down as the rebuttal on the closer cards. People absolutely love them. Here's the thing. From the ages of 3 to 7, you start learning comprehension skills, right? You learn how to do addition. You learn how to do multiplication, subtraction, division. You learn your ABCs, all from flashcards. And then as an adult, you get into the sales game, and your sales manager's like, pick up a phone book and make a bunch of mistakes, rookie. You don't have anybody to really teach you how to handle objections. You just kind of got to fail your way forward. Well, sales managers, pay attention. You can write down the objections and the rebuttals needed for your sales team and hand them a stack of closer cards. If you are even a good salesperson, you're already a good salesperson, which there's been plenty of kick-ass salespeople buy these because they want to familiarize themselves with objections so they're not stunned. And anytime you get an objection out of left field, write it on one of your closer cards and memorize them. You should be reading the closer cards to yourself every day before you get on the sales floor, because repetition creates greatness, right? They say you practice, you play how you practice. Well, you practice with these closer cards. You practice to win. They're only $10. Well, actually, that's a lie. That's entirely too expensive. They're $9.99 plus free shipping and handling. So literally $9.99 is all you're paying. And I'm not talking $999. I'm talking $9.99. If you don't have $9.99 to become a better objection handler, the fuck you doing in sales, man? Get over there to closercards.com. Get your set of closer cards. Let me show you and teach you how you can build yourself into being a lean, mean, objection handling machine. You remember the Cult, right? That band from like the 80s? Love removal machine. That could be you. You could be a objection handling. Ow, South Shaker, objection handling machine. I lost all the fucking young people. They're like, what in the fuck is the closer on today? High on life, motherfuckers, high on life. Higher than giraffe pussy on life today, actually. All right, so today we're going to talk about 5 tips for creating that. I just lost mommy love. She's like, well, there goes the giraffe pussy comment. I'm out on this motherfucker. 5 tips for creating a digital product that sells. Okay, here's the thing. Over the years, I've made millions with an S, plural, like a snake. I have made millions of dollars selling digital products. Matter of fact, that's been my core income stream is selling digital products. I believe in education. I believe that in school I was educated, miseducated. And I believe that as an adult, I've chased after the right education. Matter of fact, last week I was in California again at a mentor of mine's office, and I spent 2 days. I wrote a $30,000 check to be able to spend 2 days with this mentor and a few other people learning some stuff. And they have me break down all my business, everything that's made what. And digital products have been the main thing that I've made money from. And digital products are true passive income. Now, they say real estate is passive income, and I don't know who they are, but they are full of shit. Because real estate is not passive income. Real estate, you got to collect money. You got to fucking, unless you got property management, and then all that shit eats into your pocketbook. And then you may have a time where there's no tenants in your property, and you still got to pay property management and all this other stuff. So real estate's not really passive income. They say, well, the stock market or equities or dividends are passive income. You know what? You can lose money in that too. You know what you don't lose money doing? Creating digital products that literally sell themselves online 24/7 without you having to do a damn thing. You might think, what about tech support? If you build the shit right, you don't have to worry about tech support. So I want you to hear me. If you've ever thought about coaching, if you've ever thought about building a digital product, first of all, you need to get in one of my programs, either the Break Free Academy Entourage, which is bfaentourage.com, or reach out to me personally on Facebook and send me a direct message saying that you're interested in the one-on-one coaching, and I can help you with our coaching blueprint. Because building a digital product and coaching is like, first of all, it's the most rewarding job on the planet. When you help, like I have, when you help somebody go from making $5,000 or $10,000 a month to making $50,000 to $100,000 a month, there's not much. Short of having kids and making them, there's really not too many great feelings in the world that match that. When someone hits me up every day and they're like, because of you and because of your program, I'm making XYZ money. I'm getting my dick sucked every day. I'm driving fancy cars. I got bitches throwing themselves at me. Like all these things, right? Like that is a great feeling. And I make jokes. It's not always about getting your dick sucked. Ladies, if you like your shit licked, that's all good too. Nobody's judging. I'm just saying I'm a dude, so I think in dude terms, but whatever you're into, ladies, that's all good too. You might just be like purses or nails, but I'm not trying to be stereotypical here, even though I just went there. That's just part of the mentality here. But I do know this, that when you want to be a coach, consultant, a digital product maker, I'm the guy to go to. I have done more than 99.9% of the people in the industry. And most of the people that have done more than me are retired and don't fucking sell the shit anymore. So if you're looking for that, send me a message on Facebook. We can talk about, listen, it's not cheap. If I'm going to help you make $100,000 a month, don't you think you at least are to pay me a good chunk of that, right? If I'm going to help you make $50,000 a month, don't you think I'm at least owed a good chunk of that? I just want you to have that in your mind, that you're not going to show up and be like, can I get your dollar trial to help me build a continuity product that it sells every month? No, motherfucker, no. So just being real. But there are some steps that you must take, and I'm going to give you these steps today in order to create a digital product that truly is passive income. I remember back in 2012, I created my first digital product called it was called the Facebook Syndicate, but then Facebook sent me an email saying, get the word Facebook off your fucking program before we come down there and we fucking take your kids hostage. And I was like, whoa, Facebook, y'all are fucking aggressive. And so I changed it to the Social Media Syndicate. And it took me about 3 days to make it. I uploaded it, sold it for $97, and made an ass ton of money. I made, at the time, an ass ton of money. I made about 6 figures made over 6 figures, actually, about $110,000 from it over the course of the next 6 months or so. and sold a whole lot of them. Was so good at it. I created magnetic media, which was $27 because I wanted a 27 to 97 upsell. And I sold probably 50,000 of the magnetic media. And then I started selling high-end coaching for $1,000 a month, then $2,000 a month, then $3,000 a month. Now it's $5,000 a month. And so these digital products, it's not the end of the sale. It's the beginning of the elevator to the top. If you go through closer cards, you'll actually see a funnel with digital products in it in itself. So there are some ways to build this passive income, and it doesn't take a whole lot of work to do it, but you've got to do the right things. Because here's what I do know. People hit me up every day and they go, my shit is broken, yo. I've built this digital product and nobody's buying it. And can you help me? Can you put it under the Break Free Academy label? And the answer is always no. No, I can't put it under the Break Free Academy label. Yes, I can help you. Because you can have the best digital product, you can have the best concept, the best idea in the world. But if you're not following the 5 things that I'm about to share with you here, that shit will not sell. Matter of fact, it's guaranteed not to sell. Matter of fact, it's guaranteed not to sell to anybody, right? So number one is know who you're selling to. So many people build this digital product and they think, okay, I'm going to build this digital product, and then they build it and they have no idea who's it's for. So they'll come to me and they'll say, hey, I built this digital product. Well, who are you trying to sell it to? Well, anybody that is, wanting to get ahead in life. Man, fuck that. If it's broad, it will never scale, right? It just won't. If you build a product and you're like, well, anybody can buy this, like, oh, Jesus Christ. No, but anybody can buy it, but nobody will buy it. You need to know who you're selling to. When I created the social media syndicate, I created it for real estate agents and loan officers who wanted to market their business on Facebook without paying for ads. Do you see how specific that was? Real estate agents and loan officers who want to market their business on Facebook specifically without paying for ads. That's why I created that product. I knew at the time a lot of people didn't understand the ads platform, and a lot of real estate agents and loan officers couldn't afford ads at that time. And so what I wanted to do was build a product that helped them organically build their business and their following online. And that's exactly what I did. But I knew exactly who I was selling to. I was like, I'm not going to just sell it to anybody that wants to, do business online. I'm not just going to sell it to anybody who wants to buy a digital product about social media. That shit's not going to work. My sales pitch was simple. Are you a loan officer or a real estate agent that's looking to get more clients from social media without having to run ads? Boy, do I have a solution for you. It's pretty damn simple the way that I ran the campaign to it, because I knew exactly who I was selling to. And then I addressed their big ass problems. I said, if you've ever been on Facebook and you've seen that your cousin did a loan with somebody else, or your friend listed their home with somebody else, that is a deal killer, man. It's like sticking pins and needles through your heart. It's like, oh no, you broke my heart. And if you're tired of that happening, what you need to do is build an organic following of people who know what you do for a living, willing to support you in that. Right? That was my message. Because why? Because I knew who I was selling to. And you might say, well, I have a program that's for everybody. It won't be for nobody until you figure out who exactly you're selling to. And so literally when I first started, let me take a step back, I sold just the loan officers. Real estate agents showed up by default because they got tired of the loan officers being the middleman between my sales training and my skill set building and them getting the leads. And so I knew exactly who I was selling to. If you don't know who you're going to sell to, if you're trying to sell something to general, you'll never make it happen. You'll never make it happen. Number two, you have to know, so once you identify who it is you're selling to, you have to know what the fuck they want. And so many people, they say, okay, I'm going to sell a program to loan officers on how to get more refinance business. Most loan officers don't want to do more refis. They want to do more purchases. So you could have a target market and a target audience, but if you don't know what the hell they want to buy, it's not going to do you any good. You have to be dialed into what exactly they want. The way that I like to do this is with my offer, I like to say how to get X without having to do Y. X representing what they want, Y representing what they don't want. It's like how to get an endless supply of agents knocking down your door to give you business without having to kiss their ass. That was my offer for people that were in the loan world, right? Because their perfect customer is a real estate agent. Every loan officer wants to do business with real estate agents. At the same time, they don't want to kiss ass and because first of all, that stinks. It leaves a little brown mark. You get a little like Hitler type of mustache if you're not careful, because buttholes are so small. Not that I know anything about this. I'm just saying from a friend told me, you can get the old little brown dash there, and you don't want that, right? You have to know what they want. The third thing is good copy is key. You can have the best product. You can have the best niche picked out, a hungry ass niche, hungry enough to eat ass niche. You can know exactly what they want, but if you cannot convey that in your copy, which is your writing skills, if you cannot convey that to them, they will not buy. One of the things that separates those of us that make millions of dollars from digital products and those of us that make digital products that cost millions of dollars in time, energy, and effort and never make a real dollar is the fact that there's good copy involved. You can read a book by John Carlton called Kick-Ass Copyright Secrets of a Marketing Rebel, and that'll help you. You can read anything by Gary Halbert, Dan Sullivan. Those guys are great. Dan Kennedy's another one. Those guys are great copywriters. But your best bet, in all honesty, is just to hire somebody. I learned the hard way. Because I didn't have money. But as soon as I got money, I just hired a copywriter. I know how to write blog posts. I know how to make videos. I'm good at all that shit. But writing sales letters is not my forte. So I just hire somebody to do it for me. And good copy is the key. You can have a shitty product in a broad-ass niche with shitty fucking buyers. And if you have good copy, it makes all the difference in the world. But here's the next thing is you've got to be able to get that copy in front of sets of eyes. So you're going to need to advertise. Okay. And notice I'm not telling you what you need to do is you need to build a 4-module, 6 videos in each module. Like that shit doesn't matter. Right. And the key to good copy is selling the result. Right. You're like I listen to my sales guys when they start like, well, here's the thing. First of all, you get 150 videos, and you get 10 PDFs, and you get this, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about that. You know what they care about? They care about the result they're going to get. And a good copywriter understands that. They understand that the person is interested in their own selfish result, not in all the content that's in there. It's like, hey, you can expect this outcome from this product. That's what good copy is all about. Number 4, you're going to need to advertise, right? You can have the best product in the world, but if you're not getting it you can have the best copy in the world, but if nobody's seeing it, you're not going to make any money. And a lot of people, they say, well, you can get things organically. Cool, you can get things organically. Advertising is the exchange of dollars for exposure. The easiest thing for me to do is run an ad. Right now, we're running about $2,000 a day in ads. The easiest thing for me to do is run an advertisement with good copy in front of the right audience with something that they want. That's how I make money. That's it. Those are the 4. We can just fucking forget 5 right now. I'm going to get into it in a minute, but we can just forget 5. Because if you run an advertisement with good sales copy in front of the right people because you know what they want, that is the key to getting a digital product that sells like hotcakes. And first of all, the reason why hotcakes sells is because they're fucking delicious. I was just in California at a place called Rancho Valencia, and hotcakes were $30 for a stack of 3. Now tell me there's not a markup in that shit, right? 3 pancakes, we call them in Texas. 3 pancakes for fucking 30, that's $10 a pancake. That's got to be, pancakes can't cost more than 10 cents each, right? Some Bisquick and some lemon meringue fucking shit in there, and the next thing you know, you got some pancakes, right? But it was the atmosphere of eating those on the porch, partially naked, across the table from my wife before I went into my mentor's office, sitting there overlooking the hills of California and all that, man, that it was totally worth it. It was the experience that I paid for, not the pancakes. The same thing's going to happen with your digital products, but you're going to have to advertise that thing that they want in front of the people who want it with good copy that conveys that this is that thing that you want. Those are like the 4 key components. Then the number 5 is the back-end delivery types. And the back-end delivery types is it can be a login, right? So it can be something that they have a login for our Break Free Academy Entourage program, which right now you can get for less than $500 a month, right? Sign up for an entire year. It's less than $500 a month. Get over there. Let me coach you every single week. You cannot get a multi-million-dollar per year earner to coach you for less than $500 a month other than me. I'm talking about I really get on the phone with you, right? Like every Wednesday, you and I and the rest of the group, we get on the phone and I play the Q&A game. You can get on there and you can ask me as many or any question that you want, and I answer it about your business to help you. Every Monday, I get your mind right. Every Tuesday, Pat helps you with your funnels. Every Thursday, Todd helps you with your funnels. Every Friday, my man Carlos helps you with your copyright. And there's no other program for $500 a month. It's actually less than $500 a month that does what we do, right? I'm telling you, there isn't. So go over to bfaentourage.com and get signed up for that. And so when you sign up for that, as you should, you'll see that when you log in, the way that we deliver stuff is through video content and through live phone calls and through a Facebook group and through PDFs and PowerPoints and all that other stuff. So, and again, you have to log in to get that. When I first started with the social media syndicate, I emailed you all the links. So you signed up through a lead pages funnel and you just got an email with all the links and it was like, hey, watch it at your own leisure. You might even deliver the stuff via Facebook chat, right? You might deliver the stuff via just them going and downloading it from the website after they go through a thank you page. There's a bunch of different ways to leverage that back end delivery. So many people try to make these products perfect on the back end. It's like, oh, I need the fanciest videos, the best production. And while those things do not hurt, they're time consuming. So they keep you from creating and finishing the product that you created and launching it. Because a lot of people will get 3/4 the way through creating a product. I've seen it with books as well. They'll get 3/4 the way through and then they'll find some reason not to finish. The back-end delivery is the huge part because you want to leverage that. You want to be able to sell somebody something that's truly passive income. Right now, let me look down here on my trusty iPhone. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 AMs in my bank account. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 AMs in my bank account. So we got 20 sales just today, and it's rather early in the day still. It's 2:30 on the West Coast. So we've got 20 sales, I think I just said. I don't want to go back through and count them again. All in one day that I haven't had to pick up the phone. I haven't had to send an email out. I haven't had to do anything except for let my advertisement run and do its thing because I've got the right product, the closer cards, selling to the right people, which are people that are in sales with good copy that conveys, just like I was talking about comprehensive thinking from ages 3 to 7, that makes sense. It's simple. It's not hard to understand, and advertising it and making money every single day. Matter of fact, we've been selling closer cards for just a little over 3 weeks, and we've sold 76,000. We're going to do $100,000 in closer card sales in our first fucking month. Now, listen, my results typically are not typical because I'm not your typical dude. I'm not a basic ass dude. I am a dude that has hustled my ass off, built a following and everything else. Do you know how I did all that? By building digital products and selling them, right? By the same exact process that I'm giving you. The best part is once you sell a digital product, if you're a coach or a consultant or a biz owner, then somebody buys your product. That's an opportunity for you to reach out to them and get more money from them, sell them something else. The upsell is the easiest way to get money. Right? If somebody's bought something once or twice from you, hell, the third or fourth time, it's super easy. Now, listen, if you're an Apple owner, you understand this. If you look on my desk right now, I've got a wireless Apple keyboard. That's something I bought from them. I've got a set of AirPods. That's something that's from Apple. I've got a wireless trackpad, which is from Apple. I've got a Thunderbolt, which is an extra screen from Apple. I have a MacBook Pro. I have a Power Mac. Is that what it's called? When it's the actual, I don't know. I've got the fucking Mac, the desktop thing for a Mac. I've got an iPhone sitting next to me. I've got another iPhone behind me on the desk. Like, you know why I go back to Apple? Because they've already got my money. It's easy to do business with them. So when someone buys closer cards and then they take us up on the upsell, guess what happens? Immediately, we try to sell them something else, funnel closer. After they buy funnel closer, guess what we try to do again? We try to sell them something else, Break Free Academy Entourage. And here's why. Because we understand the principle that if they'll buy from us once, then we've conditioned them to accept buying and like buying from us, and they will continue to give us money as long as we continue to deliver service or at least deliver on what it is that we promised we were going to deliver to them. And so a lot of people think these digital products are, the be-all, end-all. It's like, oh, I sold a $97 digital product. That's the end of the game for me. Now I got to go find somebody else. Like, no, take them on the elevator to the top. Right? The top for us being our $25,000 big ticket Ryan Personally Coaches You program. And so that's what the top tier level in our business is. And so when someone starts off at closer cards for $9.99 and they get results, then we bump them to $47, they get results. We bump them to $997, they get results. We bump them to $5,800, that they get results. Then we bump them to $5,000 to come to a live event, they get results. Then we bump them to $25,000 to get to work with me for 6 months. We don't look at it as, okay, so we sold you something, sucker, see you later. It's not about that at all. It's about consistently getting them on the elevator and taking them to the next floor. And as soon as I come up with enough content to launch a $50,000 per 6-month coaching program, I'll do that as well. I just feel like that's a lot of pressure, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that yet. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit. Anyway, let me go through this again. Number one, know who you're selling to. You could have the greatest product in the world, but if that shit falls on deaf ears, won't nobody hear a damn thing you're trying to sell. Number two, know what they want. You can have the best product in the world with the right audience picked out, but if they don't want that shit, like me, if you're trying to sell me like a Honda Civic's a great car. And they run forever, and they're nice cars, and they're clean, and they're affordable, and they run for 10 million miles because they're a Japanese car, and they just don't break down. And they're a great car, but dude, that's not what I want. I want a Ferrari F12 next. I'm adding that to my stable as soon as we hit our first 7-figure. We've hit several 7-figure months in the past, and as soon as we hit our next 7-figure month, I'm buying a Ferrari F12. It's that simple. And I'm going to hack that shit with the exotic car hacks program that I use. And I'm going to buy one for about $200,000 to $250,000. And I'm going to fucking drive that son of a bitch so fast down the Dallas North Tollway, the heads of the state troopers will spin around so fast and be like, what was that, a UFO? And I'll be, hell yeah, it was, bitch. UFO, you can't write tickets. So anyway, number two, know what they want. Number three, good copy is the key. And instead of trying to become a good copywriter, just hire somebody who's already a good copywriter. There's plenty of copywriters out there that'll do shit for you for $500 to $1,000. And if you got a good product with the right market, and it is something that they want, that good copy will make itself, will make money back within a matter of days, minutes, hours, sometimes almost instantly for you. Number four, you're going to need to advertise, especially on Facebook. There is no more business page, organic shit just blowing up the news feed, especially if you're trying to sell something. You're going to have to actually pay to advertise it. Now, there's places like Outbrain, Taboola, Google, AdWords, that Display Network. There's a ton of different places that you can advertise. You're definitely going to need to advertise. So like right now, we're spending $1,800 a day on closer cards. We're making $2,200 a day from closer cards. And then my salespeople are upselling people from the closer card buys into our bigger ticket programs. And our average cart value just on the closer cards alone is $24. And then we bump them up to the $997. So we're actually pulling in about $900 per purchaser that we're pulling in that goes through that process, right? So you're going to need to advertise so that you can keep walking them up the elevator to the top. And then lastly, the back end delivery types. You have to figure out whether you're going to do videos, whether you're going to do audios, whether you're going to do what are those things called, the infographics, whether you're going to do ebooks or whatever the case may be. You have to figure out if they're going to log into a membership site, or if you're just going to email them the stuff, if you're going to physically send it to them, or whatever the case may be. Those are the 5 components to creating a digital product that sells. Now, listen, be sure to go over to elevatortothetop.com, and you can get the audio book for Elevator to the Top. Yes, Low Energy Robert finally got the fucking audio book up. You can get it for $1, elevatortothetop.com. Think about that for a minute. It's a digital product I'm selling for $1. Look out for the upsell. That shit's fire. And it's one of my top, it's my top selling book. It's one of the top selling sales book on Amazon. When we actually send people to Amazon right now, we're sending them to our own website because we like to control our own traffic instead of feeding Amazon. And that's it for this episode. Make sure you check out all the previous episodes. Make sure you're back here next week. And if you've ever thought about creating your own digital product and marketing it, and you want some help walking you through these 5 steps and the rest of the stuff that you need to do to truly have a successful digital product and to truly have a successful online business, then hit me up. Go through breakfreeacademy.com/entourage, or send me a DM on my personal page, Real Ryan Stewman, on Facebook, and we'll catch you next week, closers.